Where are you going to put it? We've already made a decision here, so this is awkward.
Well, we're going to have a drop-down fight on this. There's nothing else between Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. This is it.
Good old-fashioned Donnybrook is what you're saying.
I feel like you need to, like, bite into an apple, like, because we all know that those confident people.
I have TMJ, my jaw lock, and then, like, I'll start screaming, and then you're not going to know what to do, because I'm going to tell you to call 911, but you don't know if I'm going to be serious or not, but, like, literally, it's going to get weird, so you get the pretzels, unless you want a problem.
Just glad you brought enough for everybody.
They're your pretzels. You can get them anytime you want.
Can I? Text on Ugly Thirds.
Welcome back to Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is the Pittsburgh Penguins seeding stripes. Grams and John, take it away.
That was fluid. That was fluid.
The best he's done in a long time.
It's only been 4 hours. So
Seeding stripes. It has it. Has it?
No, it hasn't.
We started at 2.
Did we? How much downtime was there? How many technical glitches? How many? Maybe you've had headphones on for 4 hours, but
I don't know. It doesn't look that good, but no. That's it.
I'm gonna George Bush your pretzels. That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, so in our terribly titled seeding stripes, we are going to eventually do a bracket. Who's the best current look in the NHL? As how do you make them square off? And then we got into a full argument of like, well, how do you choose who's going to be in the bracket against who? And so we decided we needed to rank them all in order to seed them. And so we are getting the seeds by going in the West, and this is the East. We've done one video already with the Buffalo Sabres. And now we are on our other home team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, Phil and I outnumber you, so keep that in mind.
That's fair, but all right.
2-1. Good job.
When I have a lot of caffeine, like, you can't control me. Like, I am, again,
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
As stated on my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th grade
you
report
cards.
cards.
Your report cards a lot today. That's a thing today. So, the idea is that somewhere along this, we are going to have to put this card for the Penguins so we can rank all the East teams, so we can put them in seeds. And this is the current look of the Pittsburgh Penguins, home, road, and third.
It's a good look.
It is a good look.
And it's one that I feel like they've had for a long time.
Bill?
So, this... Are you sure about this number?
Go ahead.
You wrote down, so this is their look from 2021 to present.
Because of the third jersey, is from 2021 to present. However...
So this is similar to... They had this for 2016 to present. So
use like the one Shrems is wearing with Reebok.
They also had a different third a couple years.
Yes.
And then from 1980 to 1992.
And again, there's some slight variations within there, but it's this general look. And then this jersey was used from 92 to 97, I believe.
I'm going to interject as an outsider, and then the two of you can talk. Pittsburgh's one of those teams where you don't realize how good their look is over an extended period until you take a look at 20-plus years and realize they haven't looked terrible.
There's a lot of the early team has a lot of different looks. They might have the most changes in the league.
The whites and the blues in that,
right?
About?
And
right,
all those
right.
and little differences. Like I said, I think the team was cheap early on, and like, oh, this stripe changed from white to navy, and like no one noticed, no one cared.
Let's look at like past 30 years though, going back to the early 90s. Like they've had a consistently good look, and they've never had that one-off bizarre couple of seasons where they tried something new, and RoboPen was loved. Like it was very well received.
You get these, which I still think are the best ever, but it's still not a long walk. Just going to a different gold,
But they've had a consistently good look.
Yeah, a couple weird gold jerseys in there, but even then, they're not far off of this template.
No,
like they match well, and I think the consistency is really the key here. It's a good, solid look, and this having the shoulder yoke implied. I mean, it's Pittsburgh and Detroit do this. and that's a Vegas, I guess. Now it's a very hockey look without needing just the separate shoulders, because I think that's hockey look 1. This should be like hockey look 2, and I think that goes a long way in pushing and it's a good balance of black and gold. Whereas Boston is a black team with gold, Pittsburgh is truly a balance of black and gold.
Right.
The same way where the Rangers are a blue team with red, Canadiens are a red and blue team.
Throwing this out there as well, Pittsburgh has always had a good brand ambassador to sell this as a standard, as a quality look. Mario Lemieux, throughout the 90s, you had the unfortunate years, but like you said, those aren't terrible jerseys.
No, they're great looks.
And then you have Crosby and Malkin taking you through the past 20 years now?
Basically, yeah.
So they've always had that brand ambassador. Now, Dick Tarnstrom ain't a household name.
What, Konstantin Koltsov ain't doing it for you?
He ain't doing it. But they've always had that face of the franchise wearing and selling that team's colors.
And Mario bought the team in this era, so even though he was on the ice for part of it, though he did get injuries, he was still you do it because it's Mario's team.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are all perfectly balanced. I love the looks. I think that's good. It all pops very well. It's very well done.
Yep.
Phil likes to complain about. Well, I mean, like, I am not the hugest fan of the Pittsburgh text jersey. I think it's a bit lazy. I think it's a bit dull. Yinzers love this thing.
Oh, sure.
It is so
it says
popular.
Pittsburgh.
And and there is something about like simple, go to work, take your lunch pail, and get to it. Like, it's not flashy.
Yep.
And it complements well. I mean, like, the sleeves are definitely meant to be that there is some carryover from here. It's an adaptation, and I think it works well. I think it fits the look extremely well. There's some good interplay with this, and I really think, as much as I love these, this is the ideal Pittsburgh look.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think people would argue with you. You have Stanley Cups in this look.
Mm-hmm.
This is what people are looking back on in the past 10 years. Be like, yes, we were 2-time champions. Like,
as long as whenever they go outside, that's when you bring back blue.
Yeah.
Other than that, this is the Pittsburgh look.
Even their one-offs, even the outdoor special event games, like, they looked good. They did it right.
So,
that being said, all right. Where
consider we have to rank these.
Yeah.
And we have one team on the board already.
Yes.
And so the question becomes, better or worse than the Buffalo Sabres?
You know what? I'm gonna
some food for thought. Food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
The Buffalo Sabres logo is a great pictogram of Buffalo and Sabres. And that's why you won that challenge with versus the Minnesota Wild. It is a pictogram of the team. Whereas, okay, Penguins, it's an anthropomorphic penguin. The penguins do not look like that, though it is fun seeing them with hockey gloves and skates. It's fun. There is a playful cheekiness to it.
Sure.
Whereas the Buffalo Sabres, aside from the Buffalo itself, there is nothing city-centered on there. Whereas, again, I guess it's one of those, if you know, you know. The Golden Triangle of Pittsburgh is the confluence of the two rivers leading to the Ohio River. The Allegheny Monongah becomes the Ohio, which is the centerpiece why Pittsburgh was settled in the first place. That's the Golden Triangle. It is a far busier jersey than the Sabres. It is nostalgia baiting just the same. Though I think this is I think it's objectively a better jersey than the Goat Head. I imagine people will challenge me on that, but again, I think nostalgia aside,
in a bigger sphere, you're going to get some pushback on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think the design of those the side stripes and the horns and just it's awfully busy in a very non-traditional hockey way.
Okay.
So this is an extremely traditional jersey to the point of being boring. So I think it's a better jersey, but it is the same nostalgia bait.
It wasn't until this point in time I realized how close these two are together. Like, it's very, very close.
Where's your thought? I know where my thoughts are, but I don't want to talk about them yet. Go ahead. I've talked too much.
I think we're at the point now where
Go ahead. Shoot first.
we could just interchange them, and then the next time we're together,
just
swap
keep
them back
flip them every
and
episode.
see where we land. I honestly don't think it's a toss up. I honestly cannot place that. I'd go to Phil.
Phil hasn't listened to anything this episode.
Phil's playing World of Warcraft.
I don't do that either, but I disagree with you. I don't like this. Go on your way.
That's not the question at hand. Okay. Thank you. I think it's just a classy jersey.
You didn't give me the option.
Classy jersey. Anyways, go ahead.
So what is the question you were asking?
What's the question again, T?
I don't blame you for tuning out. The question is
Sabres versus Penguins.
Like we know Pittsburgh and Buffalo are here, but
which one is it?
Which one's
first?
First at this point.
Again, it's busier jersey, better city connection, but anthropomorphic penguin. Sabres, it's a perfect pictogram of Buffalo Sabres with a simpler look. Nostalgia bait on both, though Sabres is much busier than this one that's dull, for better or for worse.
Making it hard because the
all right, I'll give you Sabres, but I get to go and kick you out back, right? I'll just no. It's the Sabres are first. Oh, I think it's close. Like, and again, I'm actually impressed how close this discussion actually is. I think the Sabres is a classier, simpler look. Though I hate that white quirk. I really do.
Keeping you up at night.
But it's not like these are perfectly spaced either.
We're splitting
so
hairs at this
we
point.
we really are.
What I think helps is that the two of you aren't from Long Island, because I feel like those people are passionate about a terrible look. But there's no reasoning with people from Long Island, so. I appreciate the discourse that we've had here. I could go either way. If you swap these when I was asleep or in the bathroom, like, I wouldn't be
or
upset.
asleep in the bathroom,
or one of the two. I don't know,
or both.
I mean, depends on where the night goes. If
I
got a lot of beer in that fridge out there.
I begrudgingly. The Sabres are better, though. If it ever comes down to a showdown,
good. Thanks so much. Good night, folks.
I'm going the other way. If it ever comes down to a showdown, I won't.
Why I picked Pittsburgh is because, I mean, both tell it's what team, but Penguins, Sabres, but like I can tell it's hockey for Penguins because the stick and the gloves and the skating.
You're right, Flip. No.
So like they're close. They are close. You also get the city idea. Most people know about the Golden Triangle.
Most people do not know about the Golden Triangle. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah, I'm kind of with him.
I'm so much so that I would like to show you in a poll from people. Like, if I say Golden Triangle, what do you think?
Also, all major sports are the same colors, so it ties.
There is continuity there.
All right, this phrase so bad and stitching around this logo, as I've done a dozen or more times, is a real bear. So that's gonna settle it.
We've been over this. It's not a bear, but
I just can't wait for like other teams to pass it up or someone in between.
There will be. As I said, the Sabres is a team to beat. It will be beaten, I think, but it's a team to beat.
I'm glad we got this out of the way because I feel like there was a lot of tension going into this whole thing.
Yeah.
But
it's a good way to start the series.
It is, yes. But if you look at it from this standpoint, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah,
because this is the pinnacle.
All terrible.
This is the pinnacle.
All terrible.
And then it's the rest of the trash.
Well, on that note,
the rest of the jersey. Sorry. Wow. Probably shouldn't have said that. So.
He's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Everybody knows the Golden Triangle.
That's it. Switch them.
Nobody knows.